This video is sponsored by Cometeer.
It works, but it's a little jank. That's it. That's the title. Hey, it's Chris, and this is the Flair Power Tower, a $200 device designed specifically to add an electric motorized element to the Flair Royal hand grinder, but does offer compatibility for select third-party grinders, including the Xristian J Ultra, which I have here, with a $20 add-on. In this video, I'm going to go over my thoughts on this device, whether or not I think it's worth it, and hopefully help you make an informed purchasing decision if you're in the market for this product. In full disclosure, I have done paid work with Flair a few years ago on different products and campaigns, and Flair did send these products to me for review, including the Power Tower, Royal Hand Grinder, and the Xristian J Ultra. However, I am not being paid or have any affiliate links with them for these products. They have no say in what goes into this review, and all thoughts and opinions remain my own. This review won't necessarily cover the two hand grinders I have here in depth, but will be more so a focus on the Power Tower itself. I'll leave some links to some great reviews that do go into each of these hand grinders more in depth that I largely found are coherent with my own experiences. The Power Tower is an odd little device. I understand the intent behind certain components, but the way it's been executed just leaves a little bit to be desired. The grinder itself comprises a mostly plastic build quality all around, from the detachable funnel, motor shaft, base, and even components like the grinder shaft collar and this little tray under the dosing cup. Despite that, the motor contributes a significant amount of heft to the overall device, which gives the product a more premium feel despite the large use of plastic parts. On the back of the Power Tower, you have a fairly standard on-off switch, and on the right side, you have the barrel jack charging port for the internal battery. Because yes, the Power Tower can also be used completely standalone with an internal battery with an advertised 1 hour of continuous grinding. The collar for the grinder itself is again plastic, and if there had to be any metal components here, I do wish it were this piece since there is a good amount of stress placed in addition to the vibrations from grinding. It's relatively straightforward to install the Royal hand grinder, although a little more challenging when it comes to assembling a third-party grinder. There weren't clear instructions available, and I was even told that the various silicone sleeves, from the thin, thick, or not using it at all, will need to be tested between the different third-party grinders available. For the Xristian J Ultra, I found that using the included thick silicone band the ideal solution. However, it wasn't without significantly more effort involved in getting it connected to this device. While it does work, the installation process leaves room for improvement. The bottom of the device has a little sliding plastic tray, presumably acting as a catch tray for coffee grounds that make it outside of the included dosing cup, although I didn't find the need for this too necessary, since the device itself is small and lightweight enough that you could just lift the entire thing up over, say, a knockbox or a trash can to brush out any grounds. On top of that is an included metal dosing cup. It has a little divot to sit centered with the plastic tray, so it's always aligned underneath the grinder. I also found that you could sort of friction fit it underneath the Royal hand grinder itself to reduce chaff, although it's not a secure fit and it could loosen, fall, and potentially cause a mess. I will say that the overall form factor of the device is very sleek. It's not much wider than the hand grinder itself and takes up extremely minimal room on a countertop. It's very small enough to easily store away when not in use. The sculpted design looks great from the sides, and the front profile is especially sleek looking. The only thing I absolutely do not like about the Power Tower's design is the awful plastic funnel designed to make it easier to pour beans into. It kind of works, kind of doesn't. I found that using this funnel largely does help funnel beans in the right direction, but the super odd method of attaching it and the gaps left major room for improvement or should be redesigned altogether. Generally speaking, the build quality is okay. It's got a bit more plastic than I would have liked, but I don't necessarily see these components causing issues over time. Build quality aside, using the product is actually a much more enjoyable, albeit loud, experience. Using both the Flair Royal and Xristian grinders on espresso fine grind settings, I had absolutely no problem with stalling, even with some fairly light roasted beans. It does take quite long and is quite loud, and here's a sample of what that both looks and sounds like. In the words of my fiance, no grinder sounds particularly good, but this one does sound extraordinarily bad. Adjusting grind size is still possible by simply lifting and turning the adjustment ring for the Royal, and same on the Xristian. The Xristian also has a magnetized catch cup, which offers a much more streamlined solution as opposed to the Royal's friction fit design.
And for those occasions when you can't bring your little bean blender to the office or other quiet environment, Cometeer has got you covered. Flash frozen at peak freshness, aroma, and flavor with a process developed by MIT engineers, these coffee capsules are the easiest way to get a quick and delicious brew. Choose from any one of the world-renowned coffee roasting partners, toss into a glass, and melt with hot water. Within seconds, you've got a cup of coffee on par with anything you can make at home within seconds. Get 15 free cups when you sign up today using the link in the description down below or by using code CHRIS.
There aren't a ton of products in this category just yet, whether it's as a result of lack of interest or complexity in accommodating multiple grinders. That being said, I have had experiences with two other similar-ish products. The Scope Motorizer for the Comandante by Madcat, which I did a product showcase of, and the Goat Story Arco, which I used for some time but never got around to reviewing. Of these two products, the Goat Story Arco is the best integrated, although it was designed to do so from the ground up. However, it has no wireless or standalone battery capabilities. The Power Tower and the Scope both are products designed after release of the grinders. I think that the Scope had an easier mounting solution with a collar that locked into the motor shaft, although it does require a hex bit to remove. The Power Tower does better in being a largely toolless installation process, but suffers at ease of use. The Power Tower is also the cheapest of the group at $200 and offers flexibility for third-party grinders, specifically the Easy Presso grinders, and is also the only one that works on battery. And for that $200, I think you're getting a fair deal. The Power Tower, while a little bit jank, does indeed do what it was designed to do. Budgeting in a third-party adapter kit and a $150 to $200 hand grinder, this entire package comes in at around $400, about on par with one of the most popular home grinders, the DF64. And for that amount, I think you're getting a fair value proposition. You're getting a well-built and good-performing hand grinder with a motorizing element that works well and is even portable with a battery. So if that is what you're looking for, this might be the right product for you. Anyways, that's going to be my take on the Flair Power Tower. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you have any experience with this product, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next one.